series, which I've oh so cleverly named the Amateur's Grind, where I'm just going to play some classical games in the pool on Lichess and just see what we can get. So right now you can see that this is a fresh account for classical. Haven't played any games on this yet, so we're going to start probably somewhere around 1500, and then we will move up from there. So I'll see what commentary I can give, and we'll give some analysis after the games, and hopefully we can learn a lot, make mistakes along the way, and have some fun. Okay, my opponent plays e4. I'll play the Sicilian. Okay, it's fianchetto. Okay, that's a very strange setup from white. I feel like these dark squares are going to be super weak. So I guess my plan is just to develop and castle. I think white wanted to play the London system, but this feels a little off. Because now this bishop is kind of weird. My opponent's playing very quickly. Okay. Let me try and find a punish for this. Yeah, I think I should just play d5 here, to be totally honest. Just bust things open. Holy smokes, I was not expecting queen b1. Alright, I'm going to get out of autopilot mode and try to punish, I guess. Let me see. So d5. That blunders this pawn. Okay, so let's not do that yet. Or actually, do I even care about that pawn? So d5, he takes. Takes, presumably doesn't take there. Okay, that doesn't seem to work, because after d5, takes, I can't sack this knight because of this knight here. So I think for now we should just keep developing. Okay, and yeah, I think white tried to play a Kali system, but on the wrong side of the board. That didn't work too well, unfortunately. What can I do here? Okay, so I guess I can just play something like a6 and b5 and expand on the queen side. And then I can put this bishop on b7. That seems pretty good. So like a6, a4. I guess I can just play b6 anyways and then fianchetto. That should be fine. It would just be nice to be able to play a6, b5. So let's see if my opponent allows that. Or should I just play... Oh, I didn't mean to drop that, but I guess I could have also just played... Okay, my opponent's playing that now, so let's... We can just ignore it. Continue with b5. Normally you don't want to let this bishop get traded off, but I'm so far ahead in development, and my pieces are so much better that I don't really care. Okay. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna shove these pawns down the board. If he takes this, I am very happy to have that open... that open b-file. I might even just play like... Yeah, I might even play a4 first, because what I don't want is here, knight back, then all of a sudden I don't have a4. Or I could even play bishop here. Nah, that doesn't seem to work. Okay, so let's see. Oh, wait, though. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Alright, so I need to be wary of like knight takes e4 stuff for the discovery because of that b2 square, I guess. Okay. So what happens if I do something like knight here? Nah. Alright. Oh, I see. I can just play rook c1 here, or rook b1 here. Then after knight back, I can play something like bishop d7 and get ready. Or actually, no, I should just play bishop d7 now. That way I'll preemptively control the a5 square. Or a4 square, I mean. Even if this isn't the most accurate, I don't really care. I'm just more looking for the activity. You know, I'm not a GM or anything. Just looking to play my game and Try and find some ideas. Okay, I don't think opening the center is a very good idea here since my king is way safer than yours. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna play knight b4 here. Discovered attack on the knight. I'm also threatening this pawn. I think okay, yeah, he just missed it and blundered his knight. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so I'll just take that. Yeah, I think the biggest thing is my opponent needs to just slow down and take some time. Okay. He attacks my bishop. So I will trade that off. Yeah, so now at this point we can even just shift gears and go into an ending, right? Because after he takes, I can take here, knight retreat somewhere, then I can trade here and play check. Yes, okay. That seems like a reasonable plan to me. Yeah, so I guess the topic for this game is just kind of shifting gears, where I was originally going for an attack over here, but now I see that I'm just up a lot of material and I can just get into an ending. That is quite favorable for me. Yeah, and I think white's going to be a little upset because I'm getting queens off the board here. Okay, he goes there. Can I even keep queens on? Do I need to? No, I don't think I need to keep queens on the board. Oh, he takes with the rook. Interesting. Yeah, I guess he wants this pawn, but I don't really care if he takes it. So I'm just up another pawn now. If he goes here, I'm going to play rook d1, pinning the rook to his king to force a trade. Actually, no, I can't do that. I need to be careful because he can play c3 here and my knight is trapped, so I need to go back first. That way my knight has an escape square and doesn't get trapped. That's an important note, I guess. Okay, yeah, that unfortunately doesn't do anything. I'm just going to pin his rook. We'll be good. Remove that capture, because I think I can. Yeah, I think what happened in this game as well, both my opponent and myself kind of had poor time management. I should be spending more time than I am. But I think it's partially I'm just letting my guard down because I outright my opponent by like 1,000 points in Rapid. But that's alright. We all start somewhere, and it's just a learning experience across the board. Yeah, and the unfortunate thing too is that white can't really even take that pawn because I'll have a skewer at the end. Assuming that we trade on d8. Yeah, I think white's just busted here, to be totally honest. Or no, there's no skewer because he takes on b4. I'm just blind apparently. Yeah, I mean, kudos to white, I suppose, for not resigning, but I think if you don't want to resign, you have to try and generate some sort of counterplay, which I guess we can look at a bit after the game. But, yeah, this is probably the part where he's going to start spending a bunch of time because he realized, oh, I'm losing. But the time needed to be spent earlier before the position was losing, like instead of blundering a piece, for example. Okay, sidesteps there. Now I can fork the king and bishop and just further simplify. Take that. Okay, so now what do I want to do? I'll just play... Yeah, I'll play rook b8, looking to aim at that b2 pawn. Okay, he attacks my rook, but he misses that his pawn's hanging, unfortunately. Oh, I see, he wants to counterattack that. Do I care? Nah. I don't. I don't like how passive this knight is, though. Okay, that was an odd move. I think I can play... Alright, so check here, king there. Oh, then I can go here. But then he takes here. Oh, maybe I should just go here and defend the pawn. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we can trade pawns, because if he tries to counterattack, then we can trade here. And I'm not worried about this, because I can just retreat here and play king g7. Because I have these two passed pawns that I should be pushing pretty soon here. I think my opponent should probably play f4, but at this point I don't really think it even matters. The sure will blunt my bishop for a little bit longer, but then I can play like bishop h6 and threaten knight takes e5. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize I was attacking that pawn. Oops. Alright, so now we have a threat of the skewer here. The knight's still defending my pawn. But, like I said, I think at this point it's just GG. Because now, after I play bishop d4... Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, there goes the rook. I'll type to him after the game. Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to go here. Oh, he resigned. Okay. Alright, I'll say, hello, friend. Thank you for the game. I'll be posting this on my YouTube channel at Additional Chess. Okay. So, yeah, I think that game was pretty straightforward. I'm just not sure about the opening. Maybe I could have punished that a little bit better. Yeah, this felt weird. I was expecting like a King's Indian attack setup with like knight d2, knight f3, g3 here, etc. But I wasn't expecting f3 here. I think what happened was my opponent tried to play the London system and it just failed. It was just it was one square off to the side. You know, because London system normally would be like this. For people that aren't familiar, I'll play a different first move here for obvious reasons. Yeah, because the pieces were put on like the same squares, but just on the wrong side of the board. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be castling as well. But, did I have a punish? Yeah, I hadn't considered this. Maybe I should have played h6 to prevent that battery. Because then I could meet, like, you know, if I play h6, hang on, queen d2, king h7, I'm a happy camper. But I guess, I don't know, maybe I don't want to push that h-pawn when he's planning on castling queenside anyways. Maybe I shouldn't want to push pawns in front of my queen. Or in front of my king, sorry. Yeah, so I happily sacked a pawn. I didn't want to just play b4 immediately, although I probably could have, because of knight a4. I wanted to try and control this square first, and I didn't mind giving it up for the cost of a pawn. I felt that the pawn was definitely enough compensation for that file. And I was able to find some play. And he blundered a piece, unfortunately. Yeah, I got queens off the board. And so, did you notice how I immediately shifted gears from going for an attack on the king with the open b file, saying, oh, hey, this ending is super winning for me. Let me get queens off. Yeah, and that's the kind of thing where you can't be too greedy, because what I was worried about is, let's say I made the move I wanted to make, like just rook d1, right? Now this knight's kind of stuck, and that's an issue. So he just has to play something like, I don't know, b4, and then my knight's trapped. So you just gotta be aware of your opponent's threats. Takes, everything's normal. Take that, get the bishops off the board. Attack his pawn, counterattacks, take. Now, I'm surprised he didn't take here. I was expecting the counterattack there, just to trade the pawns off. Because when you are playing an endgame, the side that is looking for a win wants to trade the pawns off, because it's an easier draw with just pieces. But maybe he didn't see that he could have taken it or something, but he attacked, so I defended my pawn and attacked this pawn, and unleash my bishop on that beautiful diagonal. And I'm attacking this pawn, which I actually didn't even notice, to be honest. So he defends the pawn, I take, and then unfortunately some tactical errors just led to a very speedy end of the game. Let's see if the computer finds anything that I missed. But I think that was just pretty straightforward. I don't think there was anything wild and crazy there. The only thing that might have been a bit questionable was maybe my pawn sack on b5, but I feel like I definitely had some compensation for the file. Yeah, I guess the computer really didn't like my pawn sack, but that's okay, I suppose. Yeah, that was a very large blunder, unfortunately. White blundered a piece there. I think white could have possibly punished me a bit better had they taken just a bit more time. Doesn't like the queen trade either, but here's the thing, right? Sometimes the simplest win is better than the most accurate win. Because I saw that this endgame was very, very good for black, right? It's just completely winning. And you just get to a point where there isn't really a difference between -5 and -8, right? And it's just all the same after a certain point. So yeah, my game was... What's this? Looks like I must have missed a tactic. Oh, wow. How did I miss... Yeah, okay. So, I should be spending my time better, because I forget that people will just blunder things like this. I'm not used to that. I am genuinely surprised that I actually missed that. Wow. Yeah, that was just sitting there for several moves, and I didn't even take it. Holy moly. Whoops. Oh well. Just goes to show, anybody can miss anything. It's not the end of the world. It was an intentional sacrifice where I wanted to show you how to convert a winning endgame. Really? So it did just want me to play d5 here. Huh. I guess it makes sense to bust open the center immediately. Yeah. I guess my issue was, like, at this point, the knight's kind of blockading. So even if I go here, then here... Oh, I see. So it wants me to do this maneuver into here, and then I'm threatening this. So the idea is, let me turn this off real quick. I'll just make random moves to show you the threat. Go here. We'll, oh no, it doesn't work. Never mind. No, it does work, because I'm opening the B file, yeah. That was interesting. Yeah, a random move. Then I can go, say... Does this work, I'm wondering? Oh, I guess it doesn't. Oh, because the knight, it's covered by both knights. Holy smokes, I am just blind today. I think maybe I should have done some tactical warm-ups. But, yeah. I bungled the opening, which, you know, happens. I thought I had compensation, but come to think that there really wasn't anything concrete. That was just my caveman brain going, oh boy, this looks good, let's go for it. So, future reference, find something concrete and actually calculate. That's what I should have done, I think, but after the piece blunder, I think it just, the rest of the game kind of played itself. Yeah. Alright. Well, that was episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah. Anybody can make mistakes at any point in the game, doesn't matter what skill level. There was a game where Karpov just blundered a piece, or a non lost in 6, etc. I'm not nearly as good as any of them on one finger, but just goes to show. Alright, well, we end that, and hope you all have a great day.